Welcome to the Central and Eastern European Rotax Max Championship here in the Pannonia-ring in Hungary. This is round 2 after the opening round in Jesolo, Italy. As you can see, we've got some glorious weather conditions here, and we have for you now the Rotax Junior Max Championship. This is for drivers between the ages of 13 and 16, and their karts produce about 20.4 horsepower. We have a 24-car grid for you here today as they head out ready to come round on the formation lap to take this start. In pole position we have Thomas Prefinal, who wasn't in Jesolo but has decided to compete in this race. Second is Mick Wischoffer, third is Max Hofer, fourth is Richard Verschoor, so a few of those competing in the European Championship together. In fifth is Nicholas Scholl, sixth is Maciej Krupek, and that's the top 6 as we start coming around towards the start for this. This is a 14-lap race in this Rotax Max Junior Championship. Oh, a bit of bumping and boring, ready to take the green flag, and the starter's happy and they're released. And who do we have taking the lead? Oh, there's a big movements going on there, and we'll just try and catch up with who has the lead at the moment. Very, very close, very, very fast. High performance karts here, high performance drivers. Oh, and we've just got a move being made. I think that's pretty. Oh, we've got a couple of the karts off there. I can't quite make out the numbers there, unfortunately. And the camera moved off before I was able to catch it, but it looked like they were both able to get going. I think we have Mick Wischoffer. Yeah, Mick Wischoffer's taken the lead from Thomas Prefinal at the moment. Great performance from second position. Thomas Prefinal is not going to let him go though, as they come across to compete the first of the 14 laps in this pre-final. Remember, this determines the starting positions for the final. Oh, and we've got Prefinal is desperately trying to make a move on Mick Wischoffer. Is he going to be able to get past? It looks like he is. Is he going to sneak up the inside? He has. A fantastic clean move by Thomas Prefinal there. So Mick Wischoffer is down to second, and it looks like he's about... Oh, and that was a bit of a bump there. I'm not sure who that was that just made that move. Was that Richard Verschoor? Because I think he was running in third position. It looked like he was sliding himself up the inside, and they just made contact on the exit of the corner as they were side by side. Oh, and there's about 3 karts that have gone off on the background there. Obviously, your guess is as good as mine exactly what those numbers are at the moment. But where's Mick Wischoffer gone now? He obviously crossed the line in the lead last time. He dropped down to second. Keep an eye as they come through to complete their second lap. As I see on the timing screen that Mick Wischoffer's name is tumbling down the order. So is he still going, or was he involved in that melee? Did he incur some damage in one of those, in the first contact with I think it's Richard Verschoor, sorry, that made contact with him. Or no, sorry, Max Hofer's in second, so may well have been Max that made contact as they went through the left-hander. And it does look as though Mick Wischoffer is out. Although, yes, he is, because I was about to say Michael Stabinski was behind him, but not anymore. So I'd imagine that was one of the other karts involved. Oh, 2 of them have gone very, very wide there, regained the track, and I thought they were going to collect the kart that was coming round then as well, but fortunately not. Everybody was able to continue. Talking of continuing off into the distance at quite a rate of knots there is our leader, Thomas Prefinal, kart 311. And is he going to be able to just keep stretching his legs? He was about half a second ahead as he crossed the line to complete the third of this 14-lap race. The Austrian is, as I say, he missed the first round, but he's certainly shown up here with a determination to make up for the points that he wouldn't have gained in that opening round here in this Central and Eastern European Championship. Let's have a look and see. At the moment we still have the leader come across the line to complete the 4th lap. What's he managed to stretch his lead out to as I wait for the timing screen to flick over to the top half? He is the fastest man. It's Max Hofer in second, 0.7 seconds behind. Richard Verschoor in third. Then we've got kart number 324, Janis Slavinsky, in that 4th position at the moment. But you can see how hard these guys are pushing. Glorious weather conditions here. Remember, this circuit is actually the test circuit, not the kart bit, unsurprisingly, but the big Pannonia-ring that we're in the middle of at the moment is the test circuit for Ducati. And there's anything else racing on the big circuit. In fact, I think we saw something go past in the background there. Is that I bet when they're not racing themselves, they're watching whatever's pinging around the big circuit as well. So at the moment though, Thomas Preining's concentrating on this race. He's completed 5 laps. He is in the lead. It's up to 0.8 of a second lead now. So he is just stretching away ever so slightly. Not huge amounts, probably about 0.1, 0.2 of a second each lap. Is he going to be able to keep that going? We'll have to wait and see. Max Hoffa still in that second position. Richard Verschoor in third. These three are always battling with each other in European Championships. So they're not going to want to let Thomas Preining have it all his own way. I have no doubt about that. Max Hoffa and Richard Verschoor are real battlers. And they're trying to see, if we look back, see how close they are to each other as they cross the line to complete their 6th lap. The gap's now over a second between Preining and Hoffa, so 1.1 seconds. So he managed to put the biggest growth on the lead so far in that last lap. Put in the fastest lap again, 45.8 I think it was he did there. Richard Verschoor's 0.6 behind Max Hoffa, so Max Hoffa's managed to sort of bump in some times that have enabled that gap to go to just over half a second, so he's going to be pretty pleased with that. But, you know, we've still got quite a few laps to go. What do we got? 8 laps left to go, so yeah, anything can happen yet. Thomas Preining hoping the only thing that's going to happen is that he continues to stretch his lead as he comes through to complete his 7th lap. Just as the timing screen flicks over, I'll wait for it to go back to the top half of the screen. Obviously we've got 24 runners in this. Mick Vishoffer is out, and I think we've lost someone else. Milos Vasil, I think, kart 355 is out, and I think we've also lost Felix Kocic as well, unfortunately. So 3 drivers out of this race at the moment. So 21 drivers still circulating in this pre-final for the Junior Max. Thomas Preining has taken it up to 1.4 seconds, so he's in the 45s. He is the fastest man on the track at the moment. As he comes through to complete his 8th lap, 6 laps remaining in this 14-lap pre-final. He's taken that up to 1.6 seconds now, so he is just cantering off into the distance. Second is Max Hoffa, third Richard Verschoor, and then it's Janis Slavinsky in that 4th position. I think in 5th, waiting for it to flip back again. Did we have Maciej Krupek? Yes, it is, and Karol Jumanovic in 6th position. So that is your top 6 at the moment with 6 laps left to go, although that's soon about to be 5 laps remaining. Here we go as they come through to complete the 9th lap. Thomas Preining's not putting in fastest laps. In fact, that time he did a 46 rather than the 45s that he's been banging in each lap so far. So I think he's just kind of taking it easy. He put a little bit of a look back there, we saw, just to check to see where everybody is. I think he's going to be comfortable that he's got enough of a lead over Max Hoffa, so he knows he doesn't need to push it any faster. Max Hoffa did put in his fastest lap of the race last time round, but it does appear the only driver out there that is sub 46 is our leader Thomas Preining with the 45. So very impressive. 45.8 I think it is that he did, so very impressive lap time there. 5 laps left to go, or 4.5 laps left to go. In fact, less than that. 4 laps left to go as they cross the line right now. What has he taken that lead up till now? What lap time did he do? He did a 46 the previous time. Has he clearly backed off and knows that he's got enough of a lead so that he can take it through? No, he's back into the 45s, 45.9, so only just, but he's been fairly metronomic because even the 46 was only just over. It always impresses me when you see a driver putting in largely the same lap times time after time. You just know they're in the zone. Second place we've still got Max Hoffa. Third is Richard Verschoor. 4th is still Janis Slavinsky. 5th, Maciej Krupek. 6th is Karol Jumanovic. Comes across the line. 3 laps left to go. What is he taking that lead up to this time? He's back into the 46 there, you see. He's just over 2-second lead, so he knows he doesn't need to push it any harder. He's done 11 laps out of this 14-lap race already. To have over a 2-second lead, there's no point taking any risk. He finishes in first position. He's going to be in pole position for the second race. Of course, he did start in pole position in this race, but he had... Mick Vishofer managed to have an absolute screamer of a start off of the front row, but from second on the grid, Mick Vishofer managed to get into the lead, but clearly after a couple of bits of contact, it looked like, on that opening lap, he did unfortunately have to retire, so very disappointing for Mick there after a great start that he made. So we're on to our penultimate lap now, 12 laps completed. That's 46 again from Thomas Preining, so he knows where he's at. It maintained that about a 2.1 second lead, so he, with probably about 1.5 laps left to go now, I think he's pretty comfortable with his morning's work here, so that in this pre-final he thinks that he's done enough to be able to take this victory. There is a back marker ahead, but I think far enough ahead that he may well be able to finish this race without encountering that back marker, to avoid any potential mishaps. It's the last thing he wants. As he comes through to take the last lap board, 13 laps completed, one more lap to go, and again a 46.1. So even now where he's backed up, it's a 46.1 every single lap. Beautifully metronomic there by our leader, Thomas Preining. Cracking performance, it really is. As we say, he wasn't at the opening round in Jesolo, Italy, but he has decided to come here and stamp his mark on the second round here in Hungary at the Pannonia-ring. Oh, and we've got a battle further down the grid there. Who's that? That's 330. So that's Daniel Mojcik, and I think was that Karol Humanovic. They're glued together by the looks of it there. At the moment, Daniel has the upper hand. Great performance by Karol Humanovic, where started in 12th as our leader comes through to take the checkered flag. Comes across the line, puts his finger up. Absolutely number one for Thomas Preining. Great performance, 14 laps completed, and fastest lap for Thomas Preining. And second was Max Hofer. What was the gap? 2.2 seconds. Another 46 for Thomas Preining on that last lap. He knew he'd done it. Third was Richard Verschoor. Fourth we had Janis Slavinsky. Fifth, Maciej Krupek managed to hold off Daniel Machejczyk, who also held off Karol Humanovic. And then it was Adam Vince in 8th position. 9th was Nicholas Scholl. 10th was Nicholas Sabo. 11th, Wojciech Garbacz. 12th, Sover Laszlo. 13th, Szymon Slewolski. 14th, David Nemec. 15th, Samuel Kruska. 16th, Pavel Taborski. 17th, Kira Beattie, the Australian lady driver. Great performance there by Kira. In 18th was Toth Laszlo. In 19th, Mikhail Stepinski. 20th, Pilka Matus. And 21st, the final finisher, Jurko Patrick, or Patro Jurko. We had 3 non-finishers, unfortunately, in that, but 21 out of the 24 did make it to the finish, and the top of the pile was Thomas Preining with a fantastic victory there in the pre-final for the Rotax Max Junior.